So how did this church come to be so powerful? Because remember, it became one of the greatest church on earth. It was called the Mother Church, and every other church was under it. So all of those who you see now, these, if we call them, we don't call them church, we call them denominations. All of these denominations are coming from the one church because they rule the world, right? Because at the time, as we remember, we told you, who was the Pope who was the emperor? Constantine. And what happened to him? Why did he become a Christian? Eh? He got a dream, or what we call it? Right. Said that he saw the Christian cross, and that, you know, they told him that he is going to win the battle because of the Christian cross. If he was a Christian, Trump is a Christian, that's true. But it's a political move, Brother Dimitri. It was a move to get everybody together, because at the time, the Christians were being persecuted. They were killing them off. And so he wanted now to say he was a Christian. So when he became a Christian, the Christians were no longer being persecuted. And he wanted them, because he knew that if there was this persecution, the more they persecute the Christians, the more they multiply. It didn't stop them. And so he realized, no man, if you can't beat them, what do? If you can't beat them, join them. So he pretended, or said he was a Christian, and he brought all of these different people together. The Greeks, the Romans, everybody under one big heading. And so he had this Council of Nicaea, and then from there, all of these different things came about. They came to one conclusion with the Trinity. Trinity is nowhere in the Bible, but he came up with the Trinity, you know, because they wanted to worship more than one God. So he said that if we come up with a Trinity thing, you know, the people will believe it. And it spread like wildfire. And even today, which church, only the apostolics don't believe in Trinity. We believe in oneness. You know, but every other denomination, check them, because they're breaking away from the Catholic. All of them are break away from the Catholic. No matter what you tell them tell you. You know, man, I was arguing with that, not really arguing, I was discussing with a Seventh-day Adventist once. And she was telling me that we worship the day, and we got this from the Catholic Church, and yada yada. So I said, you didn't get anywhere in the Catholic Church? I said, the Trinity is from the Catholic Church, and you still baptized in Trinity. So you come with a greater thing than we. You understand me? Because a day, no, I who name the days? It's the Greeks name the days. They name them after their gods. Yeah, the days of the week, the months of the year are named after gods. And we there celebrate them and go on emotion. We don't know what we're doing. So I said to her, you have a bigger part. Can you take the Trinity? And we don't have the Trinity. We believe in one God. Believe that Jesus is the Father, the Son, and He's the Holy Spirit. So I was showing some costumes that they normally wear on Halloween. And what is our thing for Halloween in Jamaica? What is our thing for Halloween? These are some of the costumes they wear. Halloween, the ugly things they put on themselves. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? Yes, it's scary. Those are the costumes that they wear. All right, she saw it last week. So what is the equal of Halloween in Jamaica? Jankuno, and they wear pitchy patchy. They wear pitchy looking clothes, and the horse head and all those things. And my God, they don't even realize that they are inviting spirits into our country. When did our country reach to this level of violence? Do you ever think about it? When they opened the doors to all these occultic practices, they brought in their demons from every different direction. I know Jamaica, I heard some horrible things happening. I think there was some killing or something. They just kill people now in Jamaica. Those things were not known in my time as a young child, young girl growing up, and Mommy can tell you, and Sister Brian, though Jamaica was so peaceful, you know, but all of a sudden, my God. All right, so let us look. What does the Bible say about these practices? All right? The Deuteronomy 18:9 to 14. Deuteronomy 18:9 to 14 says, it speaks negatively about occult practices. Can somebody find that? Deuteronomy 18:9 to 14. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or an witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a negromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearkened unto observers of times, and unto diviners. But as for these, the Lord thy God had not suffered thee so to do. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him he shall hearken, according to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb in the days of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among these brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Thank you, sister. What are the different groups that the Lord named? What are the different groups that are named in that? Thank you. All right. Those who do what? Talk, man.
Practice necromancy.
Necromancy, yes.
Which?
Witch, yes. Divination, you didn't hear that word?
Yes.
What is divination? What is divination? Eh? Eh? Divination, what is it? Eh? Same as witchcraft, communicating with the dead. You know? Eh? Necromancy, same thing what we call wobia. Working, using witchcraft, using the dead, using vials, using water, timer, hourglass, you know that glass that they have, that they make you look through, and reading tea leaf and all those things, and read up your palm and all that. Those are the things that is why God saying what? Him drive them out. Those who practice those things, Him drive them out. So when you go in there, the Israelites go there, they should not. But did they obey? No, they did not obey at all. And there's a curse pronounced on anyone who practices these things. Right? If we are involved in these things, we are cursed. Right? Are Christians open to demonic attack? Yes, we are. We are. Even though we are covered, we are still open. Because as long as we live in this world, we are still, open to in, right? And when we get involved in these things, it will harm our relationship with God. You know, there are Christians who go to Oberman. Yeah? There are Christians who go to Oberman. I don't know why, because I'm saying, why do you do that? Yeah? Yeah, I was encouraged to go. When my son got sick, I was encouraged to go to Obeman. Go on, man. Never say Obeman, but go on to the person. And I said, if God can fix him, nobody can fix him.
In Sister Marie,
Okay?
some of them say they go to spiritual leaders.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So the origin of a practice sheds light on the influence behind it. All right, 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 14. What it says. What is the influence behind these practices? Satan is transformed into an angel of light. Right? Demonic influence is facilitated through handed down practices. It is what? Facilitated through handed down practices. What your parents practice, you know, right? The practices may be modernized, but the objectives and results is not changed. So even though we become modern about it, and even though the government is saying that they are going to legalize, you know, obia, obia is still obia. Amen? All right, let us go to, we did Valentine's Day. I'm not going to go back through that. Those who have missed it, I'm so sorry. Valentine's Day, right? And arrows and bows in the Bible are very significant. Remember in Revelation, it talk about the one with the bow and the arrow. Okay? All right. So, what is the origin of February 13th? Anybody remember that from last week? February 13th? Where did it come from? Friday, I'm saying February. Friday the 13th. Did you know it's a cursed day? Yes. Why is that day cursed? All right, let me tell you some of the things that they said about Friday the 13th. They said that it is associated with the final Grand Master of the Knights Templar, right? And the date of Friday, October 1307 AD, is the Grand Master is the highest level of the Knights Templar. And even today they call them today. What they call the leaders of these private or secret societies. Eh? Grandmaster, they still call him? Uh-oh. Don't worry about that, man. You're covered. All right. In 1099 AD, the Roman Catholic Church regained control over the city of Jerusalem. The land surrounding Jerusalem were still in the hands of Muslims. A warrior order took on themselves to protect Christians going to Jerusalem. So this is where the Knights Templar came from. Right? A warrior group decided they're going to protect. Right? So the Catholic Church officially recognized this group and gave them a headquarter building on Mount Moriah. That's the group that they call the Knights Templar. Right? All right, we're not going through all of the Friday the 13th. We did that already. All right, now we talk about horoscope. Anybody remember what's horoscope? What are the three things? Horoscope, sunscope, starscope, and peeping into the future. These things. You have horoscope, right? You never remember, you used to listen on JBC with your future under the stars. You remember? Me sound like that? They still have it? Because I have not listened to that station in years. It's like, okay. Oh, RJR. Yes, man. So if you want to listen what is going to happen to you for the day, you just listen to them and they'll tell you what is going to happen to you for the day. And some people, no, leave them house unless they listen it. You mad man, they half a year, what's going to happen? Right? And so, and peeping into the future, they use what they call it, the glass thing there, to look into the future. Yes. Yes, the crystal ball. And I was telling about certain symbols that they are also located in Jamaica. You have this thing what you call the what was it? What I told you the name of it? Eh? The obelisk. Well, Sister Pauline, remember? What is the obelisk, Sister Pauline? Come on, talk to me. What is the obelisk? How many of you have gone to UA? Hmm? All right. The obelisk is a 18th century Masonic ritual painting, but it illustrates a symbol that has been central to most major spiritual systems of history since the sun god usually, because what these people do, they put the sun as a god. The sun is the main god, right? And the sun rules the earth. So they have the sun god and they have the moon goddess. So the sun god, the moon is the goddess, stars are, I don't know if I are little children or what, but they worship all the elements, sister. And some people have to go by time. They don't do anything unless they go by certain time and so forth, right? Since the sun god usually reigned over a pantheon of lesser gods, his symbol played a vital part in pagan worship and in the rituals of occult secret societies around the world, in lyrics, right, and in Inca myths. Inca, Inca is in Mexico? Yes. The sun was worshipped as the divine ancestor of the nation. The sun was worshipped as the divine ancestor of the nation. Okay, and the obelisk is, for those of you who don't know, it is appointed, it has the point of it. Oh, good, nice man. Thank you, brother. See there, that's the obelisk, right? And the pointed part, the one that goes straight up, represents what? The male organ, right? And if you look, if you're able to see the bottom part, is a round part, brother Stephen, at the bottom, circle, and that represents the female organ. Yes, sister. That's you'll never believe what these things symbolizes. So you see when the sun comes out, it hits that thing, and you'll see the rays reflecting off of it. Right? Most of what these occult people believe in is their rituals is centered around sexual promiscuity. Right? They will have naked ceremonies where they have nakedness and all sorts of things. I can't even go into that. And we said that in Jamaica, the obelisk is at Queen's Gate, UWI. Queen's Gate, UWI. And Post Office Gate, UWI. Irving Entrance, UWI. Yes, Irving Entrance. Irving Hall, at entrance. Hospital Interface Gate, where the hospital and UWI, yes, UWI. And Department of Geography and Geology, UWI. Right? Yes. And UTech is the faculty of the built environment at UTech. So these things are in these places, and it is for a reason, sister. It's for a reason. Just put there because, you understand, it is put there for a reason. And the most occult, remember the Bible tell you about what? Spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? All right, the sun symbol facts. Right? All right. Nimrod, who built Nineveh, was a mighty hunter before the Lord. And that is found in Genesis 10, 9, and 11. Who was Nimrod? Anybody knows who was Nimrod? Who was Nimrod? Who was he in relation to? Whose grandson? It's Noah's grandson. Noah's grandson was Nimrod. All right? So Nimrod built he was a mighty hunter. History says that he was worshipped there as a war god. His Egyptian name was Osiris. What was his Egyptian name? Osiris, right? To the Romans, he was worshipped as Mars, the rebel. Mars, the rebel. His ancient Bible name was Merodach. Merodach. And that they say this found in Jeremiah 50 and verse 2. In Babylonian myths, he had a wife named Semiramis. What was the name of his wife? Semiramis. Right? Listen to what they say about him. These are the things that they're telling you about the sun god. Okay? After his death, his wife Semiramis claimed he was the sun god. She later gave birth to a son called Tammuz, right? Whom he claimed was Nimrod reincarnated, right? So she claimed that Tammuz was Nimrod. Remember, that is her son, you know? And she was saying that is Nimrod reincarnated, right? Herself and Nimrod were deified. Means that they became deity. They became gods. And she was called the Queen of Heaven, right? Jeremiah 44, 17 to 19. Yes, she was called the Queen of Heaven. Thank you, Brother Stephen, for that. All right, so through sun worship, the worship of Lucifer is camouflaged throughout the world. So they are worshiping Lucifer, but they use the sun worship to camouflage it. So people don't understand what is it. And sun symbols in Jamaica, hope pastures. There's a sun symbol. You know what sun symbol is? Show them a sun symbol, Brother Stephen. You have that? And it's also at Yui. The sun symbol. That's it. See them there? That is sun symbols. So people, children of God, when you see these symbols on your clothes and all over the place, I mean, Pegasus, those rich people places and Masonic buildings and so on. Right? So in ancient Babylonian astrology, the stars were depicted as gods of heaven. The sun was the ruler and the main god of the zodiac. The stars were considered offsprings of the sun. In pagan philosophy, the stars control the affairs of the human race. Right? Astrology claims to interpret the will of the star gods. Astrology is the foundation of all the pagan sciences of the occult. That is what? Astrology. All right. Astrology teaches that the future of mankind is ever decided by the position of the stars. The stars supposedly regulate the affairs of mankind according to their relative positions in the rooms of the zodiac. Right? And yes. So they show you the zodiac is when you're doing social studies in school, they will show you the sun in the middle and then the planets orbiting around the sun. Right? So the sun in the middle. All right. So the chief gods, see there? That's the zodiac. Yes. The chief gods of the the chief gods of the zodiac were the following 7 planets. The sun. Right? Are they? Let's look at them. It's up there so I don't have to be reading. Okay? The sun, the moon, okay? Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn. Those are the planets. We have to teach the children these things in school, Brother Dimitri. Yeah, I have to teach them. That's a part of their, what do you call it, curriculum. They learn about the summer solstice and this and that. Right? All right, the 7 planets travel through the narrow 18-degree band of the zodiac at varying speeds. The zodiac itself was divided into 12 houses, 1 house for each month of the year. Each house was divided into 3 rooms, making 36 rooms in all. A god or demon was appointed over each room. A god demon was also appointed over each house or each month of the year. So it's a demon god for every month of the year. All right? So I told you they were named, the months of the year were named by the Greeks. All right. All right, let's continue. I'm going to skip some of this stuff, right? A solstice occurs twice a year. Whenever Earth's axis tilts towards the most toward or away from the sun, causing the sun to be furthest north or south at noon. Right? So that is the solstice. In the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year, near June 22nd, when the sun is farthest north. In the southern hemisphere, winter and summer solstice are exchanged. Praise God. I think I will leave out this part of it, Brother Stephen. And the eclipse and all that, season and all of that, and the zodiac, and because you know what the zodiac is, right? We said the zodiac. All right. So, and you know the different names that they give to the different, right? March 21st to April 20, they call it Mars, right? And that symbol is Pisces. So those who are born in March 21st to April 20, they call us, oh, Aries, sorry. I'm not seeing too well. You have it up here? Okay. Somebody who can see very well can read them for me. So, it's March 21st to April 20 is Aries. April 21st to May 20 is Venus, or what they call you? Taurus, the bull. Right. And Mercury, May 21st to June 21st is Mercury. That's what, twins? Eh? The twins? Gemini, which is the same as twins. Right? So they will tell you that when you're born this time of the year, this is your what? Your sign, your zodiac sign, or symbol. So they call me a Pisces. I would be a Pisces. I would Aries. What would you be, sister? You just look up there, man, and they'll tell you. Date is up there. Everybody's date is up there.
Praise the Lord. Just to note that all these names that you're seeing here are Aries, Leo, Taurus, or whatever it name, Scorpio, Cancer. They are all of a name of a demon. So once you embody that name, that spirit attaches itself to you. So and that is why most of the people can't leave unless they hear the name called. And so the demon now would, if they say they're having a good day, then the demon will let them believe that it is a good day. Right? And if they're having a bad day, then that demon now will cause their day to be a living hell. So we have to be careful. I remember I was in college, the lecturer, she's a fan of this, and she was saying that everybody should state their, whatever name, horoscope name. And I said to her, I am not going to say that name. And she said, no, man, it is a class activity. I said, miss, all respect, no. I don't believe in that. A July I'm born, and a July. And she had to put on the name in order for the activity to continue. But I didn't know the meaning at that time, But afterwards I learned about it. But at that time I knew it wasn't right to call myself whatever it is.
Thank you, Brother Steve. And I would love everybody to contribute, and if you know anything that you can contribute. All right. Anybody know about the all-seeing eye? The all-seeing eye. There's only one all-seeing eye, and God's eyes. But they have, how many of you have an American $1? Can you look at it? The back of the American $1. But Corey, you have an American $1 there? Can you pass around? All right. All right. They say that that is the only bill that is used in America most. It is used. All right. See there? All right, Sister York. Look at the back. You see that symbol there. Right? At the top of it is a what? A pyramid with an eye in the middle. Right? And the things that are written around it. right? They claim that it is the all-seeing eye, right? A universal symbol representing spiritual sight, inner vision, higher knowledge, insight into occult mysteries. That's what come to you, sister. Eye in top triangle of the pyramid, Masonic symbol for the all-seeing eye of God. Common G, mind you, right? A mystical distortion of the omniscient, all-knowing biblical God. You can find it on the US $1. The all-seeing eye is the eye of Horus, Horus, the Egyptian falcon god and son of Isis. Horus was the Egyptian equivalent of Nimrod. Remember who Nimrod was? We said Nimrod was Noah's grandson, and so he's the equivalent of Nimrod, Horus. All right? So, and can show them the other symbol, Brother Stephen? The falcon and the all-seeing. Okay. We have the falcon and that eye there. And whenever you are watching your television, all right, Sister Dion.
Yeah, before you go any further, yeah, knowledge is powerful, yes. And why is it that it's not that I'm associating myself, I'm just asking a question. Why is it that we can't associate ourselves with these signs to say who is Taurus, Libra, Aries, or whatever, and yet still you're saying that the months of the year,
they are named after gods.
gods
Yes.
and
And the
all of
days
that.
of the week also named after
Yeah,
gods.
so why is it that we associate ourselves with these things and we separate ourselves from some and associate ourselves with some? Why? Because if we know that the days, wow, if we know that the days of the week are
Sunday.
no man, I'm trying to.
Sunday is to
No,
the sun
man,
god.
No, I'm trying to remember pagan. It's pagan, right? Pagan. Right. If we say that they are pagan, they are pagan. Why? Right. Why is it that we don't learn the correct names of the month of the year and the days of the week and use those instead of? Because
Where would we get the correct name, sister? Yeah.
So if we know that these are pagan things, why we don't know the correct thing?
Everything that we have is pagan. Everything that is handed down to us. The days of the week, the months of the year, certain names and so on.
So why is it that we disassociate from
How would
someone and associate with some?
You're just supposed to disassociate yourself from all.
No, you still use the days of the week and you still use the month of the year.
Yes.
So
That's
why
the name
do you
that
hug some and
I don't hug any.
but you say you're born March? Say enough is so.
What must say? Must say I'm not born at all? And then put me in a month.
We're trying to find out the correct name.
Sister, we don't know about correct name. The name is what we get. How would you get the correct name?
Right, because they're in the Bible. They're in the Bible.
Yeah, the thing is, what we have to understand is that the difference between society passes that as law, the days of the week, the months of the year, right? In order to be identified, you work with those days or those names. Now, the difference is between the horoscope and the regular days of the week or the month is that the horoscope is more worship. The days of the week, do you worship your month that you're born?
I love my months, of course.
I asked you. I never asked about people.
No,
man.
Hold on,
I'm answering your question.
All right, hold on a minute. Remember, I stated at the beginning that it's not that I in agreement or disagreement. You remember?
Yeah, man, I know.
Right, I'm just saying, but I'm not saying, for me, I'm not speaking specific to me to say that I worship my month.
Right. I never said that, That's why I asked a question.
You're asking me the question.
So you said no.
I'm just trying to tell you that, right?
Right. So that's what I'm going to continue.
Directing the question specific to me because I'm the one who's raising the question.
Right, because you're the one
I'm just saying that
allow the Spirit to be attached to you. So you give it access, right? No, you don't love July or you don't love me born in July, but it doesn't mean that I love this month. It's just my birthday. It's a day. So, hold on, I'm not finished. Now, if I say that I love it and I embrace it, now a spirit, which is July, can attach itself to me. But because I don't give it access, right, it doesn't mean that I am worshiping the month of July. Now, in terms of the name, yes, we could definitely look and research about the names. But in terms of why we put away some and why we say some, it's just because because it's already embedded in the system. That is what we know. But the other thing to it that is affecting people, like the horoscope now, those are more serious than July, because most people don't say, oh, I am a July person. They say they either are Leo or a Scorpion or whatever it is, right? And those things are mostly worship. So access right is given there.
Yeah, but you do have some persons who say, all right, I'm born in the month of